Yes, is a Tony and Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright whose latest play, The Sisters Rosenzweig, can be seen in Hollywood at the Doolittle Theater starting tomorrow through September 18th. Please welcome Wendy Wasserstein. Nice to finally meet you. Your work is sort of legendary here, but it's nice to see you. Oh. Did you ever do any acting, or were you always a playwright?
You know, the last time, well, I acted at summer camp. I was in a production of Peter Pan at summer camp, and they had this counselor carrying me for flying, and he dropped me. So that was
a good sign.
The end of my acting career.
Did you enjoy summer camp? Are you a summer camp person?
No, I hated summer camp. I was one of these people who was always sending postcards home saying, get me out of here, and then they never sent them. Yeah. And I would make weird phone calls saying, get me out of here. And my mother was a health food person, even at that time. So all the other kids were getting chocolate and salamis, and I was getting birdseed and apricots.
Oh, I see.
And I used to always look at the lake and think maybe I could get in a canoe and get out of here and just canoe back to New York.
Well, how often did you go to this camp?
I went forever. I went for like 13 years.
13 years? Maybe a little assertiveness training would have helped you.
I
mean, after the first 6 years, could you say to your mom, you know, I didn't enjoy it?
I think I did, and they kept sending me back there.
Where'd you go to? You were like 31 years old?
I did. They sent me at a very young age.
Oh, so when did you start writing plays? In camp in the woods or something?
Yeah. No, I started writing plays when I was in high school, actually. There used to be something, I went to this girls' high school, and they used to have something called the mother-daughter fashion shows, and I knew they'd let me out of gym if I wrote these things. So I did.
Oh, I see. So your ability to avoid strenuous exercise is what's won you all these awards.
Exactly.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So you never caught on to the health food thing like your mom?
No, I've avoided it.
Now, does this just... Now, knowing moms, she could probably take the Pulitzer and the Tony and throw it all away just to have some good tofu, probably.
Yes, probably. She would. Yeah, well, my mother's name is Lola, and she's a dancer. And
didn't the Kinks do a song one time?
Yes, they did. And there's also whatever Lola wants, Lola gets.
Right.
And so, I was once taking a taxi down Broadway around a month ago, and I looked out on the street, and there was my mother in leather pants and a denim jacket that said Lola on the front. It was just very peculiar.
You know, I couldn't imagine seeing my mom in leather pants and a denim jacket.
It's an experience.
So I imagine this is a good source of material, because a lot of your stuff seems to be somewhat autobiographical.
Somewhat, yeah.
Get stuff from Mom. Yeah, she sounds like a good source.
She is a source. She is, yeah.
Now, did she once send you to charm school? Did I read that in your bio?
Yes, she did. When I was in high school, I went to the Helena Rubinstein Charm School.
Oh, wow.
And they taught you very useful things in life, like how to get in and out of a taxi, how to walk with a book on your head. These are all very useful. So you can walk down the street with a book on your head anytime.
Can you walk in a book on your head?
No.
So you just pretty much rebelled.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it sounds like your mom wanted to be everything. You want to be everything she wasn't. I mean, she was sort of eccentric and leather pants, and she sent you to charm school.
Yeah.
Well, where's your dad in all this? Is he eccentric as well, or is he?
He's not as eccentric, I don't think. My father is a textile manufacturer, and in fact, we used to say he invented velveteen. But what he really invented was putting wires into ribbons.
You know, so many of the great inventors have never gotten their due, really. You know, sure, we know the Edisons, but the Wassersteins putting wire in ribbon. It's a shame.
It is a shame.
To go and not be recognized by that type. Now, Sisters Rosenzweig, am I saying it correctly?
Yes.
That's good. That opens tomorrow.
Opens tomorrow night with Mariette Hartley and Caroline Aaron and Joan McMurtry at the Doolittle.
Now, let me ask you, you've done so many plays, you've won these awards. That always seems like these would automatically be turned into films, like movie companies would just grab them, but you haven't done any of that yet.
No, not really. It's a week after the Heidi Chronicles won the Pulitzer, I was flown out here, and this giant car picked me up, and I went to a studio, and I was in this room, and someone said to me, well, Wendy, we love your play. We just have trouble with the main character, the second act, and the ending. And you're going to think, oh, thank you.
Oh, there you are.
But it is actually, it's going to be made for television in January. So that's a good thing.
Now, do you like L.A.? You seem like the quintessential New Yorker to me. Is this your kind of place?
You know, I'm a terrible driver. It took me 2 years to learn to drive, and I'm scared, as opposed to you.
Well, you were driving with a book on your head. That was the problem. You're not
true. No, I'm scared of bridges and highways, and I can't turn left. But other than that, I'm really.
Now, why can't you go left? Is that your mom's influence
It's
again?
just beyond me. It really is. It just takes too much.
So it's really simple. If you were to go all the way around the world...
Yeah, exactly. You can figure it out. Without bridges, highways, or a left. There is a way to work this out.
Oh, I see. Now, will you be spending more time here now? You think you'll grow to...
Back and forth. I'm familiar with a lot of the taxi stands here, and so the more...
Well, I've never even seen a taxi.
Oh, I know where they are. They're very expensive.
It would cost you like $1,200 to go across town.
It does. Yeah, it does. It's quite expensive.
You don't brush your teeth all the time like Garth does. No, that's... I'm just curious. All right, well, congratulations. The play opens tomorrow night. Nice to finally meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Wendy Wasserstein, be right back.